my guy. So if y'all watched my last video, y'all know that I was talking about how we actually live underneath the firmament. But in that video, I told y'all at the end that I was going to tell y'all what stars were. Now listen up, because this finna be crazy. So when I was looking through my comments, I seen a lot of people saying that when they look through telescopes, that the stars look like lights underwater. Someone also said they shake like ripples, and they look like as if you're looking through water. So I was looking at the comments and I was like, oh, they don't know. They don't know what stars is. Woo! Well, let me tell you. See, what y'all don't know is stars are actually dancing glimpses of light, interacting with the water above the firmament. See, when God made the firmament, he divided the waters from which they were under the firmament and the waters that was above the firmament. Why you think the sky is blue? Big bodies of water is always going to turn the water blue. Just like when you get in your bathtub, the water come out clear, but once it fills up the tub, it has that blue tint to it. See, I'm finna show y'all a video of someone zooming up to a star with their phone. See, those colors that you see coming off of the stars are based off a wavelength interval and frequency interval. Now listen to that word I just said, frequency. Alright, so now I'm about to show y'all a video of a scientist creating a star and saying what you need to create one.
This star in a jar is made when a sound wave is passed through a small bubble inside a flask of liquid. And this sound wave makes the bubble do something remarkable. First it expands, then it collapses. And this collapse happens so violently that vapor molecules trapped inside the bubble slam together and heat up so much that the bubble gives off an incredible burst of heat and light, several thousand times a second, giving the appearance of a star.
Woo! So key words: sound wave, frequency, water bubbles. A strong sound wave, frequency, creating such a strong force through a water bubble that makes it collapse and burst into light, creating a star. Now remember when I said that the color of the stars that keep on changing is based off a wavelength interval and frequency interval. Now God said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He said, let there be light, and there was light, creating light with the sound, vibration, and frequency of his voice. The Word is God. He created those same stars using the frequency of his voice and using the water bubbles throughout the water above the firmament. His voice was so powerful that it allowed the bubbles to collapse, making dancing water glimpses of light. See, Japanese scientist Masaru Emoto came up with a new way to capture messages through water. He took samples of water and freeze them at negative 25 degrees. He'll then analyze the water after a few hours underneath a dark field microscope with photographic capabilities in a lab in a constant temperature of negative 5 degrees. He'll then test out different audio frequencies and human sound vibrations on each sample. He focuses on human vibration energy, such as thoughts, words, music, and how it affects the molecular structure of water. Here's some of his results and works of him doing it, using different sounds and words, creating different shapes on the water, as so. It's similar to the way semantics work. Basically, as the pitch and the tone increases, geometric patterns will form and become more complex. Semantics or sound frequencies in water resembles the pulsating pattern of what an actual star looks like when zoomed in. Different frequencies and sounds and vibrations in water created the different forms of dancing glimpses of light. The book of Enoch also talks about how lightning comes from the stars, but they will not lose their form. The Bible also talks about how powerful God's voice is. It's the sound of rumbling thunder when he speaks. So remember, God spoke the word into being, and it was so. Such as words, speech, sound, frequency, vibration. His words created the stars within the water above the firmament. The same way that scientists just showed us how they made a star. Using water by adding a frequency of a strong enough sound and vibration. What sound is more powerful than God's? Creating water bubbles that collapsed and bursted into light is the same way that God spoke light into existence, using the frequency, vibration, and sound of his voice through the water of the firmament, creating water bubbles all throughout the water, that his word was so strong it allowed the bubbles to burst into light, creating stars, creating the dancing glimpses of water above the firmament. So always remember, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word, frequency, sound, vibration, speech, sound wavelength. Whew! What a God.